Dude, so much has happened in the last like 72 hours, dude. There are a lot of things going on, but one thing is for certain, and that is in the next 24 hours, Kendrick Lamar and Drake are going to be butting heads with music. And what's wild is like I feel like to the casual fan, they probably see like the Control verse and like that being like the only two shots that Kendrick has thrown at Drake. But yo, they've been going back and forth for a while. Like this is every person in their mid-30s dream right now. Like I just turned 35, so I've been watching all these guys like in my prime years, like my teenage to manhood. I've seen these dudes grow up, and I've seen them like compete and take their little pot shots back and forth, but now, like, we're really getting to the bottom of this shit. I also heard J. Cole had a spot on the Metro Boomin Future album, and I listened to the verse, and they said that he apparently took shots at Drake, but I don't really hear anything. I'm not too sure. I'd have to take a second listen. Actually, let me do it right now. I'm not hearing anything. Maybe I'm wilding, but obviously we saw on the Joe Budden podcast a clip of Budden basically saying that both Kendrick and Drake are clipped up, and then J. Cole popping up on the Metro Boomin Future album kind of explains the whole apology to Kendrick. And I guess like if we're really getting there, like if we're going there, then that was never J. Cole's intention. So I could see him respectfully bowing out. Although I think two things can be true at the same time. I think, first of all, the internet, is really bad at acknowledging and at least, respecting manhood when it's shown. I feel like in this day and age, what J. Cole did is very rare. I feel like everyone's trying to fake their way to the top and by any means necessary, selling their souls and the whole nine. And J. Cole is just not the type of person that does that, and he acknowledges it. But on the other hand, you relinquish that position that you've always rapped about, and that, I feel like you took away the voice of millions of people, bro, that always had that conversation on your behalf when it comes to, is J. Cole the best? This is why I think J. Cole is the best. And this is why if you theoretically put him against Kendrick or put him against Drake, this is why I feel J. Cole would win this. In accidentally jumping into the beef, or at least catching the bait that Kendrick put out, really put a damper on conversations that a lot of people had about you when it came to those big three, right? So if you're the big three, what are you? Where do you place? Are you one of the big three? Are you second of the big three? Or are you third of the big three? So it's like two things can be true at once. I respect him as a man, acknowledging things that you have to do as a man, because you don't really get that often in life. And I think that's a great, I think that video of him apologizing is great. I feel like a lot of kids and a lot of people need to watch someone do something as honorable as that and go, okay, at least on that level I can respect it. But at the same time, you could also go, but now you ain't, what I'm saying, who you claim you are. Now you definitely not the best. You're not better than Kendrick. You're not better than Drake. So with J. Cole out of position, it comes down to Kendrick and Drake, bro. And I don't know, man. I feel like this is like in battle rap. If I were to battle rap this, and shout out to LA and shout out to LA's own battle rapper that I'm going to use as comparison, and man, I miss him. Now that I'm about to say his name, I miss the hell out of him. I wish he was back in the culture, but I'm glad he's out and doing whatever he needs to do in life. But this is the thoughts of B. Dot, like a B. Dot being Kendrick Lamar and Drake kind of being the Sue Surf of music. Kendrick Lamar is powerful on a level of lyricism, powerful as far as the content that he chooses to speak on, the intricacy and the patterns and how he does things. It's so raw, it's so to the essence, and it's dangerous. And then you have Drake being the Sue Surf. What you want?
Yogurt.
You want yogurt?
Yes.
Did you not just have 2 eggs with ham and cheese?
Yes.
Are you a gavone?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to get you yogurt, okay? Why don't you get it? You're a big girl. And then get a spoon, and I'll open the cap for you. My daughter's about to be 3, man. Oh my God. But yeah, you have Drake in this. You have the Sue Surf in Drake, where most people will say your bread and butter is the flashiness, is your performance. But at any given point, if you feel like putting your foot on the lyrical gas pedal, you are one of the best. In battle rap, I would say that Drake has the edge, because I think Drake can do more. I think as the material goes by, or the rounds, or if you want to say the verses go by, there has to to be more versatility. There has to be more things that you could pull out of the toolbox to use to beat somebody that, okay, dabbles in certain aspects of the culture, but really is just amazing at that one thing. But this isn't battle rap. This is the music industry, right? So who has the advantage in the music industry? I'm going to go ahead and give you my opinion as to who I think has the advantage stylistically, and I'm going to give you who I think is going to win this at the same time, and that is Drake. In battle rap, in entertainment, even in sports, movies, TV shows, a lot of people get labels thrown on them, and it's impossible to shake it off because they just want to typecast you, and a lot of people do that. And I feel like for a really long time, Drake has been, it's a joke at the, if you listen, let me tell you something, man. You could have Kendrick winning this, but if you're sitting here in 2024 and saying Drake doesn't rap or Drake is a pop star, you clearly do not know what you're talking about, or you're choosing to pretend you don't. Drake is not only one of the best artists that we've ever seen all around, but when Drake has ever put his foot on the pedal of really rapping on a fucking beat, he has proven himself time and time again that he is literally one of the best writers in the world, one of the best rappers in the world. I think Kendrick has that as well, but I think there's more that Drake has on his side that could win you a rap beef, and you've seen it before, bro. I mean, I'm not comparing Meek Mill to Kendrick Lamar in any facet, but Meek Mill kind of fits that category where it's like, yeah, okay, he has hit records, he can be that type of rapper, but he's really known for that grimy rap shit. And Drake on the highest of keys beats shit down his leg. Like, yo, like I said, we're not comparing Meek to Kendrick, but you have seen Drake do it already. You have seen Drake do it already, and that's why I think he has the advantage. He is so smart. He is so good at marketing. He knows when to strike. He knows how to strike. So you can overpower somebody that might have that one thing over you. Yes, I would say Kendrick is more lyrical than Drake, but Drake is a better rapper. I don't know if that makes sense to that many people, but I hope it resonates with you. There is a huge difference. There is a difference between a power puncher and a boxer, but that is not counting out Kendrick. It is absolutely impossible to count out Kendrick Lamar. It is impossible to count out Kendrick Lamar. He could just bar you to death. I mean, he could possibly just absolutely overpower Drake, where it doesn't matter what the beat sounds like. It doesn't matter how flashy things are. It doesn't matter, certain quotables he has. It's just the complete overwhelming haymakers just being rained upon you. I think Kendrick can absolutely spaz out and win this. But listen, man, at the end of the day, this is incredible. This will go down. This will go down as one of the greatest rap beefs ever. I think Kendrick has a nuke like Button said. I think Drake has a nuke like Button said, and let them push the button. Let them push the button. If you're a Kendrick fan, bruh, I hope you want a dogfight from Drake. If you're a Drake fan, I've been a huge Drake fan for 15 years. I want that dogfight on Kendrick's end as well. Although you like to see a wash, although you want to see a body in a rap beef, you do want to see history made twice, not just on one side. I think Drake wins this, and I think he solidifies a position that a lot of people always thought he was in, and he does it in grand fashion. Kendrick Lamar already solidified, already one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Kendrick, man. I think Drake takes this, though, 100%. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.